Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, collectors of adult age, welcome back to Dave's Empire 1981 for part 10 of my back half of April video series featuring NECA Toys action figure products. As you can see, I rearranged all these guys yet again and brought Demona, my one-winged angel, up to the front because today I am going to unbox Hudson. He is the next Gargoyles figure that I have. I have not seen the other ones yet, other than Thalog. But I don't have to have all of them. That's where I'm at. I want them all, but I do not have to have them. But let's take a look at Hudson Ultimate Action Figure. Beautiful artwork on the front of the box. I'll take a screenshot there. There's the top. As you can see, it's a wee bit dusty. It's been sitting around for a little bit. Product shot on that side. Oh, knocking Demona over already. You dirty, dirty beastie. Other product shot on that side. There's the credits. You could probably read those if I move slow. It's a little bit blurry that close. Been finding all of my Gargoyles figures at Target so far. There is the back. Frozen in stone by day, flesh and blood winged warriors by night. Awakening after 1,000 years, a band of powerful gargoyles find themselves transported to a time and place not their own. New York City. Here, the misunderstood creatures battle modern-day barbarians and struggle to understand their strange new world. Gargoyles, the legend begins. I have Goliath, I have Bronx, and obviously I have Demona, Lexington, Broadway, and well, shit. Broadway, Lexington. I can never remember all their damn names. That's gonna bug me. Broadway, Lexington. Huh. Let me know. I'm drawing a blank. Who fucking cares? Let's get this thing open. Product shot. Beautiful bearded beastie in the plastic. I like this guy. I feel like I resemble this guy. Lexington, Broadway. That's gotta bug me. Ugh. Damn it. I am ripping this box. God damn it. Did you hear that? My heathen neighbors. Probably heard that one. My neighbors' children are absolute heathens. Nice little background in the box. Move that to the side. Oh yeah, he is pretty freaking sweet. He is, some parts are strapped, some parts are not. get all his hands and everything out of here. And then we'll go over bits and pieces. I'm a sword enthusiast, so he will probably be holding his sword. So, let's see, the wings and their separate tray. Jesus. I'm actually super hesitant to use the damn wings since Demona broke. Goliath didn't, but Demona did. Let's see, how many clips does he have? And a couple on the legs. Alright, let's get him out of here. His hands are through the plastic cradle. Makes it a little hard to get out of there. But I prevailed. Let's get his wings. I guess they were strapped in. Sort of. Maybe. I don't know. Let's take a look at all the bits and pieces, shall we? Let's get this guy pointed downward so we can all see what's going on. His sword first. Beautifully sculpted. It's got some nice Celtic style scroll work in the blade. Nice beefy knife, sword. What else do I need to say? It's scarred up. Seen a lot of action. He's got a right gripping hand. It's got veins all painted the same brown tan paint. It's vertical hinge. Ooh, that's his sword hand, everybody. That is his sword hand. Because why else would you have a vertical hinge? I just rubbed a little bit of his hand paint off in there. Yes, vertical hinge. Every sword wielder needs a vertical hinge. Cool. Get them wanting to stand up, sort of. Let's go with his left open hand. It's kind of a relaxed hand. His right gripping hand. He's got two right gripping hands. That might also be for the sword. I don't know. He's got two left and right open, growling, snarling hands. They're nicely sculpted with dark brown nails. I feel like you can rip somebody up with those. His tail, all one shade of tan rubber with the bendy wire in there. It looks like it attaches the same way Goliath and Demona does. The paint will flake a little bit. Don't worry about that. His snarling head, sculpted very, very well. His hair and beard are in a grayish, whitish plastic with a iridescent white wash over it. So it looks slightly reflective. You can see his mouth, his tongue, his teeth, his whited over white eyes. Insanely well sculpted. I really dig that. This may be the head that I use. I like the angry heads on him. His right wing looks a little bit washed out on camera, but it's got a brown, slightly pinkish membrane color. Dark brown with the slightly reflective copper on the back. Holes. He's an aged gargoyle. He's been around a while, seen some action. The pegs look like they work the exact same way as Goliath and Demona. This wing is very similar to the other. It has wear marks and dings and dents and scratches and holes in the membrane. Pretty sweet. Looking forward to getting those on and then rearranging all those guys. But first, we have Hudson. Adjust this again back up a little bit so we can see him in an upright position. As a figure, he is very, very cool looking. He can stand. He's leaning on the back claws. He would need some adjustment to be able to stand on his actual feet. She's basically standing on her back claws and her tail, tip of the wing there. That's what's keeping her up. This head and beard, everything is exactly like the other one. Iridescent wash over top to give depth and detail. Not a lot of turning because of the beard and the hair. Not a lot of up and down on the neck. No rotation unless you really fudge it. His pauldrons, shoulder guards are attached at the upper shoulder. He's got a really neat strap going over the top. These supposed to look like they're attached to his tunic, I'm guessing. The strap holds everything together. Pretty sweet. Gonna have to play around with the hair position to get the pegs in there, though. Let's see. It's exactly the same, I believe. Hair might sit a little more narrow in the angry head. Let's do articulation. It does have rotation in the top. Most of it is forward, back, inside, around. And the lower ball in the belly. You can move in the top there. Arms go there. Pretty similar. You can feel the detent when you get there. Bicep cuts. I'll get on camera there. Shit. Double jointed elbow. A little bit gapped on the top there because of the way he was in the package, I think. Let's see. If you flex that, you can go all the way around. Let's bend the elbows. They got spikes on their elbows. Beautifully sculpted musculature all the way around the arm. Not the prettiest elbow joints, but they function. The wrist bracers look like they're made out of iron, and the rivets are painted a nice reflective silver, much like the lozenges on his shoulder armor. The fists sculpted and veiny, same nails painted where they need to be on both sides. The loincloth part, very cool. He can carry his sword in his belt, but he's going to be holding it for me. Nice brown plastic, very nicely painted gold buckle there. Let's do a Hudson split right there. Not bad for old man. He's got pivots. I like the texture of the pants stitched together down the sides. Pretty neat detail. Looks like single jointed knees because of his calf wraps. There's rotation there. Obviously got ankle there. And stiff toe. Can he stand on said toes? Not really. These gargoyles are amazing figures visually, but unless you really find the balance points, they're not super easy to get standing. One leg always feels longer than the other. And they will not stand on their toe pads. Save their fucking lives. Yeah. So basically, the feet design does not function if you're not a living thing. Let me get the knees. There's got to be a point at which it works, right? Close as I've come. Now let's see how he looks with his angry head on. Pops off just fine. Pops on just fine. He looks pretty sweet. Let's get his sword hand in there. That looks pretty badass right there. Wings or not, that is a badass figure. Speaking of wings, let's attempt, let's get his tail on. His tail will also help hold him up. Let's get the peg, shove it in his butthole. I don't care what you call it. That's what I call it. That tail is now attached. Did you see that fly? A little bastard, huh? See, now he can stand. He's a little tippy, but he's got a balance point right there. He's balanced right there. But let's get his tail touching the floor, shall we? Let's get that down there. Let's get that bend right near the bottom. That is cool. Let's attempt the wings. What do you say, folks? Shall we attempt the wings? The holes in the back look snug. Let's get his hair out of the way. And I just ripped his hair out of the back of his head a little bit. So watch out for that. See that, folks? I separated the hair from his head. So be very wary of that. Now we've got to swing him around. And I did it on the other side as well. Well, fuck. Let me get this other wing in here off camera because of room. There Hudson is with his wings up, looking pretty freaking sick. He is ready to cut a bitch. Wow, can't even get him in camera with that. There he is. There he is in camera. I think he's my favorite so far. What do you think, folks? Do you think Hudson is wicked awesome like I do? Yeah, he's gonna keep that fist on there for a while. Of course, he's a little heavy because of the wings. I don't care. He looks amazing. Let me know what you think. Do you like the TV show it's based on, the cartoon? Do you like these figures? Do you have any solutions to improve them? Let NECA know, because any good, respectful critiques should be listened to. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to conclude my unboxing review of Hudson Ultimate Action Figure from the NECA Toys Gargoyles line of figures. Right there. Part 10 in my back half of April video series. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Go watch the other parts. Stay tuned for a couple more days. You got a few more yet to come. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Deuces.